Hello and welcome to the E14 Gamecast, Emotionally 14's gaming podcast. I'm your host Rob Wade and I'm joined as always by Blake Harmer.
Hello.
Brad Harmer Barnes.
Come on, Roach.
And Sal Crouch.
Video games!
Yes, and tabletop now as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of this.
Yeah, I think you've been on when we've done it. But it's now a thing, like a regular
Some
thing.
shitty blog got bought out.
I don't know. It's part of the acquisition. Someone in the contract on there. It's part of his rider.
I'll come in again then.
And Sal Crouch.
Games!
There you go. So, how's everybody doing?
Games.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah, all good? So, got a couple of questions, but before we do, as is customary, we'll do a quick round of what games you're gaming, and then we'll delve into the questions from not Jeremy this time, but this is a rare miss.
Does Jezza play games?
Here and there?
Yeah.
He's mostly there.
Plays with my heart.
I've never had him here, but I'll have him around sometime. Maybe.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be alright
He's
there.
relatively local, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Next cut the town over.
I posted him a parcel today. I know he's relatively close.
Oh, of course, yes.
How do they get post to that island?
You have to use get to fuck shipping.
Good career.
Yeah. Blake, what games are you gaming?
I've actually gone back and been playing some older games at the moment.
Smolder games? Do you have to
Older
look
games.
gorgeous?
In terms of video games.
That's not hard for Blake.
No, it's true. He is a dashing hunk of a man.
What did you say? A dashing cunt of a man.
Yeah. What do you think I said?
That. Yeah.
All right. Well, cool.
I'll have that on a t-shirt. Yeah,
Cool.
that's fine.
Dashing cunt of a man.
Yeah, and
I
just
don't know
my
if I
face
Well,
with thumbs up.
we can try that.
Spell it with a K.
I still need a
that'll-
picture for basic Blake, so that'll do.
Yeah, well,
In
yeah.
lasagna.
Big hoop earrings,
Anyway,
To be honest, just use that face and just put everything
put
on
some
it.
face tattoos
Yeah.
on.
what games you gaming?
I've been currently playing.
Is it Retching Simulator?
Yeah. Apart from the retching
I
simulator.
think I've done that one to death.
Yeah. You play retching simulator?
2 minutes. 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
I recently finished Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Okay, that's one of the smaller. Is it like side-scrolling almost?
No. It's it was released the same
Black
year
Flag.
that Unity came out.
Okay.
It's more.
Unity.
It plays more like Black Flag, but it was released on older systems. So like when Unity came out on PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
This one got released on.
It was like a
PS3
piecemeal
and Xbox.
offering. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, we're skipping a generation
And
now.
also, I think it was a bit of covering their ass in case next gen didn't pick up, maybe.
Right.
Every time I hear Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I picture a ninja trying to infiltrate an 80s New York hardcore band.
Yeah, I play that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
To be honest, it might be better than some Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. This is true.
Makes more sense than some of the plot.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Black Flag, and it was basically more of the same of that.
Yeah. What am I thinking of? Is it Chronicles that's side-scrolling?
Chronicles,
Yeah.
In India and
we
China.
recently had India giving away free with.
Yeah, and Russia is another one. I
Did
didn't
we?
even know was a thing, and that's a thing.
that's
Yeah.
It's a big old landmass.
No, I know that.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
That
a
bit I knew.
there's a comic book with the Russian assassin
Okay.
in I think 1900s.
Russassin.
Yeah, I think it's like during
No,
the war or something. Isn't it? I don't know
During the war, yeah.
during the war.
During the war.
This game is side-scrolling.
Yeah, I did play a little bit of India, but I got to this bit that really annoyed me quite early on, so I gave up on it.
Okay. Was it when Gandhi was a bit of a confrontational prick like Civilization?
Yeah, I didn't expect there to be a puzzle about it.
Gandhi has the nuclear code.
Yeah,
But he needs to fill this water up to exactly 4 litres.
fuck me, not another Gandhi fetch quest.
Etch my other flip flop.
Why did you
Fuck you.
Why are your flip flops in two different places?
My feet hurt. I
Explosives.
realised that.
Because I kicked them off angrily in either direction.
Yeah, my feet
For
hurt.
miles, apparently.
I believe it.
What games you gaming?
Yeah. Apart from that, I've been.
Crew Ball.
I picked up the Bayonetta double pack on.
Oh, cool.
the-
Cool.
Nice.
Jealous.
And because I couldn't remember, even though I had finished the first one, I couldn't remember for the life of me the actual plot.
Yes.
So I'm currently replaying it.
The plot is bollocks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
may be, but I
Absolute
just remember
bollocks.
there being this whole lost memory thing, and I just thought that might be important in the second one. So
You
I'm
mean
just-
you forgot about the game where the character forgot about her whole life?
Fuck's sake, Blake.
Yeah, so I just thought I was playing through the first one, and then I'll move on to the second one.
It's literally... such a weak plot. Like,
Yeah, I may
It's just-
end up
it's just-
refinishing the first one and then go, oh yeah. this
Would it
was a waste
make
of
a
my
good
time.
musical?
yes, it would.
The plot's light.
Yeah,
I mean, it basically is a music. She does.
she doesn't get fingered.
She does sing in it.
I lost all my memory.
Who am I?
Yeah.
But
I forgot how.
Apart from Def Leppard melodies, apparently.
Replaying the first one though, I forgot how batshit insane it is.
Oh, it's ridiculous, but it's so much fun.
She is
so
a great
good.
character.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
The plot was just.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it is like Devil May Cry, but they've removed the interesting plot and put
which is saying a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's even a bit where they ride a motorcycle up the side of a building.
Yeah, I think I did the bit with the highway recently on.
There's a bit with the rocket that you kind of jump off the bits of a detachable rocket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you climb into space and then you fight something in space.
You remember more about it?
I think it is someone's.
I literally completed it a week ago.
Oh, okay. Do you buy the Switch double pack as well?
No, I got it on 360.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the double pack, just number one.
You bought the Switch double pack for a 360.
Yeah,
It's not going well.
Yeah, and the McClare.
The cartridges won't fit in the disc drive.
Oh. Yeah, but I've been playing that. But
what games you gaming?
Apart from that, obviously I finally finished Xenoblade, which was good.
Yep. Now you don't have to hear any more of that.
I don't have to hear the same line of dialogue over and over and over. Fucking.
We'll defeat them with the power of love.
Come on, Roach.
Something like that.
Yeah, or something. It was just I like your attitude. Yes, I'm aware how much you like my attitude.
Get cunted.
That's like in.
I like your attitude, kid.
The combat is every line of dialogue is repeated over and over again.
Fight like a dairy farmer.
That in Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Oh yeah,
I
that
haven't
new
played
game.
it.
Yeah.
It's an amazing game. It's really good, but everywhere you go, no matter if you haven't been there before in the game, the villagers will just run up to you going, "God bless you, Henry. Hello, Henry. God save you, Henry. I love you, Henry."
My name's Steve.
The Oblivion syndrome.
You could be breaking into a house and then someone will just walk up behind you and just go, "God bless you, Henry." you could be
doing lockpicking.
You could be murdering someone and they'd be doing that as well. It's like, so yeah, what you just said.
It sounds like
reminds me of
Oblivion syndrome. So,
It is.
Hail! Are you the hero of Kvatch? Goodbye.
It's that in all the best ways.
Yeah.
It adds some.
I
nice
used to be an
flavour
adventurer like you until you broke into my house.
until God
You
bless
stole all my adventuring shit.
until you stole the arrow out of my knee.
Oh, I've got so much more movement now.
Because it makes me an adventurer again.
Yeah, cool. I guess.
All this ligament damage will heal up.
Bring it, dragon, you fuck.
Yeah, I also recently finished because I went back and played an older PS Plus game of Stories, Path of Destiny.
That's really good.
I did enjoy it. My only big downside was that the good thing about it was that it was slightly marred by the fact that it was a little bit repetitive.
No, it's really good, mate.
No.
Because you had to replay the
Henry.
same 4 levels over and over and over again.
No,
Yeah,
Henry.
it's really good, mate.
God bless you, Henry.
But
No, I get what you mean. Like, for a game about diverging paths, there could have been a bit more diverging.
Yeah, they
Like-
could have made the levels a bit
And
more.
there's no
different.
clear understanding of how to get anywhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
No diverging, no paths. It's some bullshit.
It's a cute game, though.
No,
Like, little
I
fox
like the
guy,
idea as a choose your own adventure style game where you replay it to get alternative things, and it's
Yeah.
not each playthrough is about an hour or 45
Like the
minutes.
writing's pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
it's quite
Oh,
fun.
don't get me wrong. I thought it was very. I did overall enjoy it. It was just a little bit. I was getting like about the 3/4 mark. I was like,
I'm ready for this to be over now.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, can I just skip to the bit where
Like
you
you
tell me if I fucked up or not?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm playing through the levels
Shoulda
for
knocked.
the sake of playing up, just to find out if I fucked it up or not.
Should have knocked.
So what games you gaming?
And currently, because you mentioned, even though you mentioned it earlier, I'm currently playing the second Monkey Island game
Oh, nice.
on 360.
Oh, the remaster.
The remaster of the
Secret
second
of
one.
Monkey Island 2, Monk Islander.
Yeah.
Monk
Is that
Island with a
next?
vengeance.
Is that next to Get to Fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's actually, if you look on the map, it's Booty, Monkey, Get to Fuck. On Secret of Get to Fuck Island is the
Yeah. And I
E14
must
game.
admit, I never played the sequel. So.
Along with Captain Scarlet's temping agency.
Captain Scarlet, A Telltale Adventure.
That'd be great.
How's your health? Yeah, all right.
Can't complain.
How's your CV? Not so good.
Yeah, not so much. Basically, I've 35 seasons. I've fucked everything up it's possible to fuck up. Will you have me, McDonald's?
Ronald McScarlet.
First ever case of food poisoning recorded at McDonald's.
I assume he was responsible for the chicken shortage.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So what games you gaming?
I think I've covered them all. I think I've covered them all.
That was the things I was saying.
Yeah, no, I've never played the second Monkey Island, so it's been quite a fresh thing. So I'm
Never?
playing-
I've played any of
No,
them.
I
Really?
played the first one a lot as a kid.
Wow, okay.
And like the
Wow.
tentacle and that, but I think because I never finished the first Monkey Island, I never picked up the second one because I assumed it obviously, and it does.
Yeah.
Obviously follow on.
Wow.
Yeah, sequels and reboots. Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck sequels and reboots.
Full Throttle remastered's great.
They were going to do Secret Monkey Island 2 as being a remake of the first one. What they did was they moved it to a Norwegian island and hope no one had noticed.
The Secret of Monkey Island.
The little Monkey Island.
Gamecast, legal disclaimers. We know that Sweden. He's not real.
Look, a three-headed monkey.
I know a Swedish person.
Persian. I love a Swedish. I know a Swedish Persian. I know Sean Connery.
I'm not quite sure what
Bullshit.
accent I'm doing.
Oh, nice. Okay. Blaze is showing me a phone case he
He's
got.
got his Scum's Bar.
Did you buy that from
phone case.
TeePublic?
I think it was the other one. It might have been TeePublic, it might have been
Redbubble?
Redbubble.
Ah,
It's one of them.
Well, guess what you can get on TeePublic? You can get all sorts of
right.
apart from that, you can get all sorts of Emotionally 14 merchandise on TeePublic, and also if you go to Redbubble via the E14 link, we get a kickback there too.
Yeah.
Please, it is literally fucking impossible to monetize any of this. Please.
You can also get a lol
Message
what the
ends.
fuck t-shirt if you can lucky enough to find it.
Yeah, I know, right? God, they're like gold dust.
They are. None of them ever made.
Yeah, indeed.
So what games are you gaming?
I think it's your go, Brad. Yeah.
What games you gaming?
What games are you gaming? I'm playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I'm playing Battlefront 2. Tabletop wise, I've recently played AVP and Arkham Horror, the card game. Joe, what games are you gaming? That's how quickly you do it.
Well, everyone kept distracting me.
Blake likes depth.
I think I played.
Don't ask how I know.
Does he?
Don't ask how I know.
Really?
I think this time round I Blaked you.
Yeah.
Remember
Maybe
that
it's
time
time-
that I was trying
Then I
to
guess
talk
it's
about
time for
Battlefront?
us
To crouch.
to crouch. Where's
Yeah.
everyone gone?
Yeah.
Into a pocket dimension where my brain exists.
I wonder
That
where
explains
that
so
was.
much.
Found
So Blake,
it.
what games are you gaming?
I don't
Joe.
know anymore.
Joe,
It's a white hole.
what Blake's he gaping?
Got Blake's I'm crouching. I'm gaming with my controller mostly.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's how. Yeah, it's one way of doing it.
Living on my own now.
Living La Vida gamer.
Mostly. Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Ricky Martin, Sony fanboy. Sounds like a
Up,
reality.
down, left, right, X. Living La Vida gamer.
Doing the-
I like man and sex. That's not legal disclaimers. He's out.
No,
It's
No,
okay.
no, he's perfectly fine with that.
Yeah. I'm not sure how he knows she bangs, but you know,
He
maybe
has
it's,
it
a,
on,
maybe it's a typo and he just went with it.
he has it on good
He will wear
authority.
you out, but not me.
Yeah, she'll wear you out. You can have her. It's fine.
Maybe
He's
was,
basically just the best
I am
wingman.
knackered.
Yeah, Ricky Martin's just the world's greatest wingman.
Yeah. I mean, quite possibly, actually.
Yeah, you know.
Iceman, maybe. But
Yeah, maybe.
not the guy from X-Men.
No.
Oh.
Or any
What games are you
Thanagarian.
gaming?
Top Gun.
Yeah, yes, well done. Yeah, you're from the
Yay.
80s. Cool.
Yay.
What games are you gaming, Crouch?
And talking to gay
I'm
sex.
playing-
Top Gun.
Isn't it?
I'm playing Simulator.
Which simulator?
Now we've got to leave that in.
Is that an early access?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, I want to be playing Bayonetta 2, but I don't have it yet.
Right. That is
so-
a damn.
I've
that
often
is-
said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, what have I played? I finished Bayonetta 1 on Xbox 360 last
Mhm.
week, like I said.
Yep.
I'm not playing Battlefront 2 anymore because I just got a little bit bored.
Okay.
I'm sad. Otherwise, I'm playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, which is basically
Oh, yeah, they have a career to get to fuck Island, aren't they?
they are, yeah,
Yeah, that's the one,
They're
yeah.
pretty much rain or shine. Kingdom Come, they will deliver.
Get to fuck.
But yeah, that's basically just a realistic Skyrim. So there's no monsters or anything. The only monsters are us.
Man. Or a Tumblr.
No, it's like it's been criticised for being a bit sexist, which I can see. Like where basically women will heal you, like as in if you have sex with them. So it's
Isn't that
cheeky.
what happens? I'm no
I
biologist,
mean,
but
yeah, my vitality bar does fill again once I've
always
had
said
sex.
that.
Yeah, after a sleep. Anyway.
if you know what he means.
Ricky Martin
But no,
doesn't.
I kind of felt like it was a game that was made 10 years ago, but now, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But
but then
I-
isn't it historically accurate though? In terms of
I mean-
yeah, it is shit, but that's what it would have been like then.
all I mean is like just making that as a gameplay mechanic is a bit. Like, I'd
Well-
rather just eat carrots.
My understanding.
Like I'd eat.
Oh, I
a
see
soup.
that mechanic.
Bit like Ricky Martin.
Oh yeah, I don't. I don't.
I thought you meant I'd rather eat carrots in a game than have women. In
No,
it.
no.
Wow.
No, all I
And
mean.
he's the sexist.
All I mean is just that mechanic of having to sleep with someone to get health or get a perk for it. It's just a little
Get
bit.
health.
Yeah, it's a little bit like you get an alpha male perk, which makes you pluses your charisma by 2. I understand.
That might, to be fair, that might be what happens.
I mean,
I've never hacked the source code of life, but I feel like if I did, that would probably be in there.
He looks like he's just had sex.
+2 charisma.
+2 charisma.
Yeah, that would explain the buff he's got. If you're part of the
That's
expression.
literally like the only sort
You know what I
of
mean.
sort of niggle. There's a lot of glitches as well, but that kind of makes it a bit fun, quite fun.
Sometimes they like glitch swapping experiences are really fun. Like, oh, did you see this one where this happens?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Do you see the Skyrim one where fucking hell,
a giant hammered me into the sky, and I flew
I've
off
got
into
that
space.
recorded on my Switch because it still happens.
Yeah,
but I feel like that's one of those ones
Oh,
that were
okay.
like, yeah, we could fix it, but fuck it, it's funny.
It's funny, yeah.
Didn't they fix it and then they actually put it back in?
Maybe, yeah. Vertical horses in Skyrim, pretty much.
Vertical horses in every horse game, really.
Kind of, except for Final Furlong, that'd be weird. And they're off, and what the fuck? It's like an Eddie Izzard skit. And
what else have I swear I bought another game. Oh, I bought Star Wars Racer's Revenge on PS4.
Oh, nice.
Which I was completely blown away by when I first played it. But I've only just realised that there's an alternate control scheme.
Right.
And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like PS2 games were a little bit daring with their control scheme. So you got like Fight Club, or was it Fight Night, where like you could punch people with the analog stick. Yeah. Which I like that sort of like gameplay.
Okay.
But in the pod racing thing, your left analog stick can control the left engine, and your right one controls the right. And like depending on how much power you put on each, you can turn right by decreasing left.
That's kind of cool.
Steering.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's really cool. You can play it normally as well, like a normal racer. But it kind of makes
You can play it normally, like jet engine in space,
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but like
barreling at 400 mile an hour across
being
London
able-
waste. But you
know.
can play it realistic if you want to.
Yeah, you could
I
be
mean,
hardcore.
you get itinerant sand people taking pot shots at you. But
That's the one thing I don't
apart
think.
from that, it's all the realism you can
Yeah,
find.
yeah.
But I'll tell you
If
what.
you
That's
shake
all
a sand
optional.
person, you get your health back.
Well, I mean, forward thinking. Then that was fine. That was fine because it was
If Star Wars teaches anything, it's that fucking sand people doesn't fix anything.
But yeah, it adds to the immersion. But I'm really enjoying that game. Otherwise, not much. I don't think it'll probably come to me in like a
That's
half
okay.
hour.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but-
If things occur to you, that's okay. We'll come back to it. It's not.
Oh, there was this weird game that
See?
I found on Kickstarter. I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically like
Amnesia.
Nemesis.
The new Amnesia.
no, it's like it's almost like, have you played or have you heard of that? Is it Subnautica?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that, but it's not first person. It's like top down,
Right.
and you're like this AI, and you're viewing this thing through like a sonar screen.
Oh
You
okay.
can see the coral reef and everything, and like blips on it and stuff. And it's kind of like a very immersive narrative game where like you have to direct your diver, who you talk to as the AI.
Right.
And it's got like it's got this really cool sort of like synth score, and it's very sort of like immersive sort of survival horror narrative. And
Okay.
like there's these blips, it's very graphical. You don't see what can attack you and stuff.
Right.
But like it's very sort of like Mountains of Madness in the sea, and weird shit's happening.
Oceans of Oddities. That's what you're
Yeah,
looking
pretty
Yeah.
much. But
Or mountains, the bit of the mountain that's under the Sea of
Yeah.
Madness.
trenches of terror.
Yeah.
Marianas of Madness. There
Yeah,
you go.
it sounds like a sandwich.
Marinas of Madness.
There we go.
Yeah.
But
Fox it, ship it.
if I can remember the name, I'll get Rob to put it in the show notes.
Cool.
But it's good. I'll try and link it to you. It's on.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's on PC, so you wouldn't be able to play it. But
All right.
They may do a mobile version. It sounds like it's relatively low.
it could work
impact.
on mobile. It's
Yeah.
literally you just turn a dial and press some buttons.
Okay.
It's simple, but it's really effective.
Just turn a dial horror.
pretty
I'll
much.
turn that. Oh, I see your game. I won't turn it quite to horror.
Yeah.
I got a mild jump.
Five Nights at Fishy's.
God, that game. That is a very jumpy game.
I heard that, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about it last episode. I think actually. Yeah.
I still get to play it. But...
No. Yeah.
Get it
Same.
on phone.
There's a.
I've heard a VR version would be horrendous.
You know what? Yeah. I get the
Yeah.
impression from just watching people play the normal game. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. The thing I'm amazed by with Five Nights at Freddy's, I don't know if we talked about it last episode because we talked about the game. I'm fucking gobsmacked by how much merchandise there is for it.
It's
Like
huge.
Funko
It's
Pops.
absolutely crazy. How much and it also in things like Forbidden Planet where it's over with the Lego and the Minecraft
Yeah.
and stuff. It's like I don't feel like these are the same demographic.
Yeah, very
Maybe they are,
strange.
but you know, I just feel like Minecraft is very much more kid centric.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Whereas Five Nights at Freddy's, not so much.
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty
Yeah,
scary.
it's pretty rough.
It's kind of like the precursor to like how people are obsessed with PUBG and Fortnite.
Yeah,
It was
maybe.
kind of like it was Five Nights at Freddy's, and then it was like Fortnite and PUBG.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, Friends and Freddy's was kind of lightning in a bottle. I don't think even they were expected to get as popular as it did.
No,
It was like
for
a little
sure.
side project for the
Yeah,
guy that
yeah.
created it, and
Yeah.
didn't expect it to blow up.
Worked
It
for
could
him.
be a movie
Yeah.
as well, I think.
So, Blake,
Yeah.
what games you gaming?
Played a bit of Fortnite. It's all
See?
right.
It's an alright game. Yeah.
See, it comes back to you and it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
We just work it in. Yeah. So I'm
Cut that
gaming. No, but not that bit. So
What
I've been.
Blake's your game?
So Blake's I've been crouching. I've done a lot of shooters recently. So I finished Bulletstorm, the remastered one, the full clip edition. So it turns out the Duke Nukem thing,
Yeah.
you can switch it on and off all the way through.
Oh, right.
And it's fucking great, right? And it's Bulletstorm anyway, which is fun as hell. And what cracks me up about it is they don't just swap Duke Nukem and then have him deliver Grayson's lines. All of Duke Nukem's lines is like, who the fuck are you talking about? Where am I? Like, it's basically like he's been stranded on that planet and he's just like, I don't know who you mean, but I'm happy to kick some ass.
So they basically turned it into Serious Sam.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, Bulletstorm had a bit of that sort of silliness,
Quite close to it,
silliness to it anyway, but in a way that didn't piss me off like Serious Sam.
I like the giant robot dinosaur you get at one point.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
Waggleton Pete Hallilicker.
fun. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, the Duke Nukem thing is basically just a cosmetic and voice. It swaps the voice out. So things like she shouts out, "Who the fuck are you?" And he's like, "Duke fucking Nukem," and instead of whatever he shouts in Grayson's line. So I didn't play the whole thing in both. I just I switched it about halfway through and then played the rest of the game as Duke Nukem. You don't really notice it during the game apart from the voice bits, but the
Does he do the
cutscenes.
kick?
Yeah.
You can do the kick.
Yeah, he still can do the kick, yeah. But also he in the cutscenes it's Duke as well. But
That's
but
fun.
like I say, what's really cool is it's not just him skin swapped and voice swapped. He's actually got new dialogue, which is like every time they talk about Grey, he's like, I don't know who that is, but you know, I'm just trying to get the hell off
So
this
everyone else's
shithole.
lines are the same, but
Yeah.
he's just
Yeah, exactly. He's kind of like a fourth wall kind
Like
of.
Deadpool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just-
basically. And it's really fun. You know, and like I say, the game is fun anyway. It plays like I remember. It's still, it's quite hard. Like I played it on the
especially
second
towards the
second
the end
difficulty
of
from
it.
the
It
end.
gets quite
Yeah, I
hard.
played from like the second difficulty, the second hardest one you can do at the first way
Especially
through.
when you need to try and vary your attacks. And
Oh
stuff
Jesus,
like
yeah.
that.
Like to get the skill shots and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
a lot of them I didn't get because the leash has got that thumper ability where it sort of slams them into the ground and up.
Oh yeah.
I didn't get that. I didn't get basically anything for that except using it for the first time because they just bounced straight down really fast. I couldn't shoot any of them. So you have to be super quick for some reason. Had some weird glitches where I'd get stuck on scenery and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Have to reload a checkpoint. Things and pretty mind. It doesn't like break the game. There's a couple of times where it crashed, but I think that happens on my Xbox games sometimes anyway. So I don't think it's anything to do with Bulletstorm. And then I played Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which I thought was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Really, really love that game.
I think it's a really underrated single player
It's
campaign.
great, yeah. There's a campaign goes. I only paid like a tenner for
That
it
the
because
Kit Harington one.
yes, yeah, where Kit Harington plays the villain.
Oh,
and it's,
what? Oh,
Yeah.
didn't know that. Oh.
yeah, he's the villain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's really good. You know,
It
for
was
a,
actually that year because it was that and Titanfall 2, and it was actually a really
it was fucking
surprisingly
great year
good
for
year
shooters.
for single player campaigns.
Yeah,
and
like I say,
shooters.
the Infinite Warfare campaign was non-linear. You could do there were certain missions you had
There
to
were a lot
do.
of side quests. And
Yeah, there were certain missions you had to do in sequence, but up until that point, you could go anywhere and do any other sort of strike missions and go in and it'd be sort of small contained chapters rather than like a big overarching narrative. But then they'd have narrative chapters that sort of slotted in, so you could just go through and just play the story bits. But it's going to give you better weapons and upgrades and stuff if you give it a chance to do the side
It's a little
quests and
bit
things.
like Dead Space 3, I think.
Yeah.
because that kind of opens out to like multiple areas that you
Yeah.
can choose to go if you want, and
Mhm.
then you can resume the main campaign.
Yeah.
But if you do the extra stuff, you get extra stuff for
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, otherwise I've still been playing Skyrim on the Switch. I'm still finding new stuff, which is always nice because I've put in a fair bit of hours into that, so I'm surprised I'm still finding new stuff, but I am, so that's cool. Otherwise, I played a little bit of Forza 7 because I like those games, and yeah, and I've been playing a bit of that, and it's all good. Looks amazing, plays really nice, handles just as well as Forza 6. Doesn't really change much in that respect. And that's about it really for me. Tabletop wise, I've played next to fuck all recently.
We played AVP.
We played AVP, but that's not since last Gamecast. That was before. Yeah.
You do the Star Trek Clicks thing.
Star Trek Clicks.
Oh, yeah.
We did that since.
That was
Oh
fun.
yeah, that was since. Yeah, we did the Star Trek Clicks, and no, in fact, we talked about that in the Gamecast as well. I think that was immediately the Tuesday afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
I've not done enough.
no, I mean,
Just one player
we've had
games.
the shit weather, obviously, at the time of recording. It was
Yeah.
last week, and it was an absolute fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
I like Friday, I didn't leave the house all day.
No.
And it was horrible. I hated it.
Well, as I said, like most of Tuesday, because as I said, they closed our office, and all of Wednesday, I felt like I was getting cabin fever by then.
Yeah,
It's-
well, I ended up-
somehow not desperate enough to actually watch the movie Cabin Fever.
No,
I don't think I'm ever that desperate towards it.
no.
So, Blake,
I've recently picked up the new Colossus, but I haven't played it yet.
Colossus.
Wolfenstein.
Oh right. Oh sorry.
I
Yeah.
thought you meant
I
Shadow
thought
of
you meant
Colossus.
I thought you
Shadow
meant
of
Heracles.
Ghostwitch.
I thought you meant Heracles.
I thought you meant Shadow of Colossus.
Oh, no,
It was a
well, I
Ghost
mean,
Witch.
I won the Mercs jet, but
I'm actually quite tempted to pick up Shadow of the Colossus, the remastered
Yeah.
one for
That's a Ghost
PS4.
Bitch one,
Me
right?
too.
Or was
No,
it
it's the
okay?
sequel to Ghost Bitch one.
Okay, yeah.
It's not a sequel, but it's the
Have you-
game
didn't
afterwards.
you play
Gotcha.
Shadow Colossus and hate it though?
I didn't like it as much as I liked it more than Ico, but I still didn't quite get on with it. But I've got shitloads of CEX vouchers. I've got nothing to spend it on, so I'm quite happy to take a punt on stuff at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Having said that, I did just put the my next game to the gen test, and she chose Star Ocean. So that will take me. That will keep me going for a while.
Okay, you're going for a while.
Oh, that's the other one I started playing. Ratchet and Clank,
It's a good game.
Great game.
the most recent one. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And actually, do you know what? I really would like a game that is just the space combat, because it's really
Yeah,
good space
that's a good
combat.
one. Yeah, there is nothing. Really, there's nothing.
So
really
far, I found
bad
nothing
in that
bad.
game.
Yeah,
I
so
even
far
thought
I
the
found
movie
nothing.
they released alongside it was okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Like-
fine. It's not the game, but it was fine.
yeah. I'm
It was worth it for the guy falling off the bridge called Wilhelm.
so far I've yet to find any fault with the game. It's brilliant.
It's
really
like
really
one
good.
of the nicest looking games.
Yeah, and I'm
as
looking
well.
forward to. I tell you what, this month, if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you got fucking gangbusters going
Unless
this
you're
month.
me.
Bloodborne and Ratchet
Yeah, I mean,
and
I've
Clank.
been.
I own both of those games already.
Yeah.
I'm
So.
going to give Bloodborne another go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah, I
give it
mean,
a proper go.
I have previously beaten them, but I mean, I've added them to my library now because I've been,
Are they available now?
Yeah,
guess
today.
so.
Get the fuck out! I'm kidding.
Yes,
kidding.
today,
Don't
yeah.
leave.
Yeah, today.
Oh,
well,
cool.
at the time of recording, today is PlayStation
You
Plus
got
Day.
like 2 lots of
Happy
DLC
Plus Day.
to get for Bloodborne as well if you do end up liking it.
Yeah, cool, nice.
Yeah, you also get a few other games like you get Mighty Number 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
played
heard
that.
mixed things.
New Mega
awful.
Man
Shovelware,
apparently
I've heard
is,
it's-
new Mega
yeah.
Man apparently is garbage.
Right.
Yeah, like
It's
a,
really bad.
a modern redoing of like the Mega Man games, and apparently it's fucking shit.
Okay.
Like even they did new Mega Man
I
games.
was never a Mega Man fan anyway.
No,
so.
I've never really been
And
into
you
it.
get a couple of indie games.
sure
I
they-
don't,
I'm sure they-
dislike him. Just
Yeah, I'm sure it's great, but like
Yeah.
if you like it, that sort of thing. But yeah, apparently Mighty Number 9's a bad Mega Man game.
okay.
So it's
I'm
like-
waiting for like Yakuza. I want Yakuza to come out on PS Plus. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
One of them's in sale at the moment.
Oh, is it?
well,
Don't ask me which one. Yeah,
Zero.
Kiwami, I think. Yeah.
Okay, because
That's a
I've
remake
heard
of the
they're
first one?
really fun. So,
yeah.
Yeah, see, I
Kiwami-
don't get on with them. The
Yakuza
controls
is-
are very odd.
Oh, okay.
Imagine a cross between playing a true crime game and spending the evening on Newgrounds,
This is random.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
fairly.
and just lots and lots of mini games.
I used to love Newgrounds.
Bill did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We
Okay,
did.
that sounds good.
The Aliens Flash game.
Yeah.
Or Alien Hominid. That started on Newgrounds, didn't it?
Yeah. What was the name? Was it Pico's Revenge, where you had to defend the school from like bullies or
That
something?
sounds familiar.
Yeah, there's
Was
like
Pico
a.
like the mascot of Newgrounds?
So, I think
Wasn't he?
if he wasn't, he was a pretty good likeness of him.
Is it
Yeah,
a little ginger thing?
the ginger thing with the green top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Pico's something like Pico's Revenge or something like that. And I remember playing a shitload of that, and it was like a click, just like a a
'Cause they did a
clickathon, and it was just
Matrix
about
Revolution.
shooting. It was about shooting like the goth kids and stuff. It's like
They did a Matrix Revolution
Fun.
version of like an animation with Pico in.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Newgrounds, I think. Remember that?
Yeah, I've been playing the
better
Ratchet and
Facebook.
Clank because I had it already, and then I was like, oh, they've announced it, and then I was sitting there trying to decide what to play next. I thought, fuck it, I'll give that a go. Because also, it's a massive file, and I've got other shit to download. So once I finished it, I can delete it and download it again another time if I want to play it. So, I figured that's something I should probably make more of a dent in is my digital backlog, especially on Xbox, because fuck me, it's like 104 games now. And that's mainly because there's a lot of backwards compatible stuff they just give to you.
Yeah. I mean, I claim everything.
Yeah, totally.
Even though I don't want it.
Yeah, I claim the 360 games because, sometimes I've got them because I did have a big Xbox Live Arcade collection on the 360. I remember at one point, it's like, I think I had about 60, and that was probably not even 3 or 4 years before the Xbox One came out, so it's like built up a fair old whack of them. Yeah, I had quite a few good ones. Some of them I really wish would come back into backwards compatibility. What I really want is the Xbox Punisher, because
Oh, that was good, wasn't it?
yeah, it was great. Yeah,
I
brilliant.
think I played it on PS2. Was
Yeah,
that
they had that on PS2
wasn't
as
it?
well. Yeah. Basically everything but GameCube, but you can sort of understand that because
The
they
kids
were
console.
well, their big thing was Eternal Darkness, which was by no means for kids, but
that was great.
that was the most mature thing I could think of. They had true crime and stuff on there, so it wasn't without their share of 18 games, but that's one that never made it on. I think they weren't big on THQ. I think THQ developed certain things for them, and it was always like when they did wrestling games, for example, it was never SmackDown. It was always like their own version of and it was always a kind of a farmed out version that wasn't as good. Like the only one that was, I think, similar was they released Legends of Wrestling on both, but like for GameCube, it was always some different like Day of Reckoning or something, some other type of game. It wasn't SmackDown, it wasn't WrestleMania like on Xbox, it was some other thing, and it was sometimes shit and sometimes good. Pretty much WWE games for standard.
Yeah.
I played some more 2K18 today. Played the last man standing match with Triple H and one of the authors of Pain. It was a long match, but that was mainly just because every time he was struggling, I'd pick him back up and pedigree him again. Because, it's pretty fun. Yeah, it's a nice way to build your stars up if you do it on the concrete as well.
I just remembered one big game that I have been playing recently.
Okay.
Monster Hunter World.
Oh, yes. How is that?
It's really good.
Yeah, because they're talking about they want to do a Switch version.
And I kind of am a little bit sad about that because I would have wanted it on Switch.
You still get it. There's nothing stopping. It's how commerce works.
I don't want to buy it twice.
That's fair enough.
The only game I'll do that for is Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm. Because that comes out in a couple of months. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
You got the board game of that, haven't you?
And that too. And I need to play that. But
Can you settle something for me? Because
no.
Okay, then credits.
Other stuff to talk about.
Shoot, Blake. Shoot.
Blake, what questions are you asking?
No, it's just because I was interested in Monster Hunter World, but I was wary because it looked like one of those games that yes, it's got a single player mode, but it looked like it was mostly geared for online play, really.
I played about 40 hours of it single player out of my 55-hour playtime.
Okay, and you didn't feel like the game was overly,
Is it? I get the feeling it's a bit like Dragon Age Inquisition, where you could play multiplayer, but you don't have to.
It's like, I would say the closest thing is like in terms of online is Dark Souls. It's optional, but you're encouraged to do it because it's fun.
Yeah, no, I just thought they made some of the monsters really hard to take down in single player, so you would be entitles you to.
It depends, because then you can level up your gear and then, for lack of a better term, get God. I think
there is no better.
There is no better term. It's a good term. But,
I've heard it is difficult, but not as difficult as Dark Souls.
Speaking of which, you missed the Borog off your list, get Gulda. It's the only Lord of the Rings joke I can work in, but I thought I'd been saving that for when I saw you. So there you go. Have that. Yep.
It's more for casual players. Definitely, it's definitely geared to like the mainstream sort of.
That's
audience.
why I was worried. I didn't know if it was going to be a game I'd like that would be for me, if you know what I mean. So,
I've literally got nothing bad to say about it.
No, a lot of people don't. I've only had one person who didn't like it, but his thing seemed to be
he's a notorious muppet.
His thing seemed to be that he was more, and he felt like he thought it was more geared towards online, and he didn't like the fact you couldn't pause it. And I just went, yeah, that's like a Dark Souls thing.
I mean, you can. The thing is, like, this is what I like about it. these monsters are basically you just play it. It's basically just boss fight after the boss fight after boss fight. There's no small enemies. So every time you go out on an expedition or a hunt, the monster that you're after is like it's going to take you 40 to 50 minutes. Like, and you can't pause it, but you can go off and rest. And kind of like then come back, and the monster will still be on that health unless you've let it sleep and rest and stuff.
Okay.
But then once you've done the hunt, you've skinned it or you've captured it,
or both.
Well, yeah, if you can try both,
Which is terrifying, but
definitely. It just goes back to the hub, and you just sat at the hub, and you could go and have a wee, like.
Yeah.
You can have a break.
Wow, that's in depth.
Decorate or something.
I don't know how you can pet the pig, and every time I do that, it runs away scared.
If you know what I mean.
I think there's a certain thing you have to do. I think.
I've always said that.
No, I mean, in general, everyone said it's good, but I just didn't know if it would be a game I would get invested in.
I mean, I love it. I love it when you can answer these things are called SOS flares, and they're basically invitations for you to come and help people, as the name suggests.
Yeah, just like it sounds like I say, like a game almost like Far Cry, where you can jump in multiplayer and just help somebody in their world.
It's literally that.
And then just fuck off back to what you're doing.
They'll do
invading
the flare. Well, it's kind of like helping invading. There's no PvP. So yeah, they pop the flare. You answer the call. You spawn in their map, and then you go and take down the monster with them.
Okay.
It's literally that simple. And like, to be honest, it's been at its most fun when there's 4 people. Like, you can only have 4 players at one time
In the whole game?
Yeah.
There's sold like millions of copies. How the fuck does that work?
Everyone's just really patient.
Yeah. Clearly.
Minimally multiplayer online role playing.
But
MMMO.
it's like more. I can't speak. More often than not, it's been me and 3 Japanese people. And I can't understand the word they're saying, and I'm finding it incredibly they're so good at the game.
Hit the nose.
Well,
You're Joe from Crazy Train.
You kind of pick up what you need to do anyway. It's kind of like an unspoken thing between all the players. And I mean, you can grief and like if they want to capture the monster, you can kill the monster and fuck them over that way, I guess. But no one does. I mean, hopefully not.
Isn't that a war crime?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've had my most fun playing with people that I can't even understand.
I used to find
really
playing AVP on PS3. Literally
That was a good
everyone
game.
online was German.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Did you enjoy the game?
I enjoyed the game fine, but it just struck me as odd that it seemed like literally every other player was German.
Yeah.
They must have just found an audience. I suppose they're not going to play Call of Duty or anything, are they?
No, true.
Nah.
Oh, that'd be upsetting.
No Germans.
Yeah.
Infinite Warfare's good though. They should play that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's all no Nazis to be found anywhere, so that's always
Yeah,
nice.
not World War II.
So, Blake.
Not so much.
What are you blaming?
I'm beginning to scrape the barrel now, Brad. I'm not going to lie.
Cool.
Scrape the barrel. Is that
What
Donkey
gakes
Kong game?
what gakes you blaming?
Barrels you
That
scraping.
sounded like a slur.
Gake.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, that's because it sounds.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, no. I mean,
Jeremy writing?
no, but we did have some questions. So we have a question from Rob Dean. Hey! Hello, Rob. So Rob asked, do you think you'll need to have played the God of War games up until now to play the new one? Because he's very tempted, and he doesn't want it, but he doesn't want to get in if he's going to miss out on story.
I don't think so.
I've only played the first God of War, but from all I can see, it looks like they're doing a reboot. I mean, it generally tends to be the first game on a new generation.
Yeah.
Doesn't tend to assume you've played the others. They'll.
I think from what I've seen of the more recent trailer is that I think there will be nods and maybe the odd references to the previous
big fan
games.
service and pop culture.
And
references
or the plot may eventually follow on, but I don't think it will be anything you won't be able to pick up.
Okay.
I get a feeling that the plot will be about the stuff happening in that because they're doing.
The focus will be on Viking mythology, but I think there might be some callbacks.
He's definitely the character from the Greek games, from 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
and
they
the
made
PSP
heavy
ones.
hints that I know who you are, sort of thing.
Yeah.
As if he is.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you could unlock the Blades of Olympus or something.
That's
that
couple
sort
of
of
years
thing.
and taught us
Totally.
anything. It's that what's in the trailer might not be in the finished product.
This is true.
This is
Like
true.
the bit where he was shouting at the TIE fighter, I don't think that's going to be in it.
It's like it's like a reboot, but also being able to keep the past stuff. It's basically what Star Wars did.
I think what we're saying is, Rob, if you're worried, don't worry. They've just moved it to Norway, and no one's going to.
That's it. Yeah, kind of.
Funniest joke I'm going to make today.
And also, It's God of War. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to miss out on a massive amount of plot, even if they
I think
directly
you'll be
follow
too
on.
busy screaming at the TV and ripping people's heads off. To be honest.
Yeah.
You could always
Also in the game.
Yeah.
You could
and
always-
boring.
Maybe send the wife and the little one
Maybe
away.
don't rent Cineworld out for this one.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
Don't
always.
roar at the MGM lion.
You could always
advice for
just,
us all.
go and play the prequel trilogy afterwards.
Yeah, it's true.
It's called PT. You
Yeah.
can download it.
Well,
Yeah.
Not anymore. No.
Okay.
No. Annoyingly, they took it out of the store after.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still got it on my machine.
Good for you.
It's scary.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think I completed it.
They
Bloody
did
scary.
somebody put it up on a Facebook page today. PT reimagined as a PS1 game, and it was just like shonky graphics.
Oh, was
I'm
it?
like,
Do they call it a demake?
maybe, yeah,
I've seen that channel before. It's great.
yeah. It's just
Yeah, I
like
didn't really see the
okay.
point of it being put because I watched
No.
about a couple of minutes of it and I was just like,
if they've
yeah,
rendered
I'm
it from
good.
rendered it from
I
scratch
played
almost.
PT
That's kind
around
of cool.
yours, and I
Yes.
just kind of no-sold every single bit of it.
Basically, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, Shadow Man was a scarier game. Let's be fair.
I mean, the secret I found in
Doesn't
any
seem
horror
to freak
game
the
is just
shit out.
pretend you're Geralt. It's really
I was
hard to
gonna
be scared
say.
after that.
So how much does Shadow Man freak the shit out of you?
I love Silent Hill.
No,
That is
imagine
great,
playing it
yeah.
as Geralt. Yeah, you wouldn't be scared of it. If you
Come on,
imagine-
Rog.
I mean, I'd just take
No.
a cat potion, whatever it's
Yeah.
called. Is it cat? It's cat,
Cat,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Bowie
I'd be
song,
fine.
isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Roach.
And you
I
just
think,
know
I,
that the
think I
best.
could play any game apart from Project Zero.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Oh, he knows how to deal with ghosts.
Project Zero is
Yeah.
awful.
It's just
The
genuinely
idea,
scary
yeah,
wise.
the idea of taking a photo and suddenly something being in it, like
It was pretty
like a
serious.
photo.
Yeah.
Photograph.
I got bad news for you, mate. It's a thing called Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I
Project Zero
mean?
was
And the magic
terrifying.
box takes your
I
size.
only watched it and that freaked me out. Just watching
I'm still
it play.
not sure if the Japanese are genuinely fucking amazing at doing ghost stories, or they don't really understand what ghosts are and just making shit up with videotapes.
Throw enough shit at a
Or
wall in a stick. I
both.
suppose.
Yeah.
They're just, and also like they have constitutions of fucking like gods among men. If they can
For
put
Japanese or ghosts?
Japanese, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, the ghosts not so much with the constitution.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, yeah. The Japanese just like if they can endure this stuff, it makes you wonder how much of it they're making for themselves and how much they're
They've
making
got-
for the West.
I
Yeah.
think the
It's
thing
like-
is they've got a real knack for like uncanny horror.
Mm.
Like in their porn.
Yeah, that's not uncanny or horror.
Mm.
Debatable.
Depends on what you watched, I guess.
Masturbatable.
Yeah. See what you did there.
Thanks.
Sex jokes.
You weren't supposed to see that.
So, Rob Dean, what games you game?
So Rob, yeah. So tell you what, write that in. Next time we'd like to know what games you're gaming because that's always fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're worried about the God of War thing, the consensus seems to be that one, we don't think it's going to follow on directly in any significant way, and even if it does, it's not really much of a plot. You should be fine.
Yeah, stabby, stabby, stab,
Hope
stab.
this helps
I mean, what I would do is just play the new one and then go and play the old ones.
if you can. Yeah.
I kind of hope that they're going to do a trilogy bundle like they did with Uncharted.
That'd be good.
And
Yeah, that'd be
to
good.
be honest, piggybacking off the release of a new one would be ideal time
Well,
to
they
do
already
that.
did the third one, didn't they, as a
Yeah,
HD?
but
So
it's-
it doesn't make it makes
it-
sense for them to do that.
Especially if they could piggyback sales off the back of
Yeah.
the new one.
Well, they've
Yeah.
already done 1 and 2 HD on PS3.
Yeah,
So there's nothing stopping them from porting it across.
I'm not a programmer. There may be problems involved, but it seems like the work's kind of halfway done.
My understanding is the PS3 architecture is a little fiddly to work with,
It
but then
might
that
actually
might
be
be
easier for them to just take the PS2 things because PS2
Maybe.
emulation on the PS4 is
That's
Yeah.
true.
is
Yeah, that
better
is
than
true.
The PS3
Yeah, I'd
emulation.
heard that.
Maybe that's easier. Yeah.
And while we're at it, maybe they could give us a Dead Space trilogy bundle
Yeah,
Lovely.
that'd be sweet.
And then
I
also
suppose
Dead Space
where you can play,
reboot or
where you can play as Geralt. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, that
definitely
works.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
Play,
yeah.
Geralt and,
yeah. Anyway,
Triss.
so
Igni.
Paul asks. So we had this from number one superfan Paul on Facebook.
Hey!
Hello, Paul.
Best bit
Hello,
of my
Paul.
way.
No, not that one. The other one.
Second best bit of my way.
No, that's Jeremy.
Top 14.
Not in Merriway.
Where does Gordon's Chippy fit her in this?
I'm fucked if I know. I've never done the definitive
Fourth?
list. Maybe that's an episode one day.
So, Blake, what games you gaming?
Anyway, Paul asks, what was the last actual arcade machine you put money in and played, and how quickly did you die? Well, mine was
No
a
idea.
shove halfpenny and not
I
very.
was going to say mine
yeah.
was a 2p waterfall.
Yeah, so
game,
not very-
and, I mean, the storyline was shit.
Yeah.
Basically, the storyline was there's this bedraggled man who had to put a pound coin into a machine and got 52p coins, and he just kind of fed them in
Yeah.
and watched some come back out again. And his wife said, "That was fun. Can we do some more?" And he had to say, "We've kind of gone for a fiver, to be honest with you." I can't help but wonder if there's more to this video game stuff than what I've been told.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the latest episodic game series from Square Enix.
Yeah.
Life is tedious.
She said, "Yeah, but the baby's asleep," and I said, "This is my life now."
Previously on Life is Tedious. Previously on This Is My Life Now.
Apart from that,
I'm struggling.
man, it's years.
Yeah,
years
classing as an arcade.
Oh,
game.
no, I went to Herne Bay, which is, if you're from here, is a coastal town which has quite a few.
Even if you're not from here, it's a coastal town. Not much changes in that respect.
It's true.
Shut up. Herne Bay is a coastal town, relatively local to us. It's probably about 40 minutes, hours drive from here, from where we're recording. And they have a stream of like 3 or 4 arcades in a row, and I went round looking for the Aliens Pulse Rifle game to stick like hundreds of pounds into if I had to. But we just found the 2p waterfalls, and it was only as I was driving home I drove past one that had the Aliens Pulse Rifle in the window. I was like, "Oh, come, just stay alive, and I'll come back for you."
What are we classing as an arcade game? Is it just like
Coin up.
Are we saying not fruit machines and not quiz machines?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
No fruit machines, no quiz machines, no 2p machines.
So you know in
apart from for the
no
purposes,
2p machines.
No, for the purposes of comedic anecdotes.
well, you know in
Happy?
is it Hollywood Bowl?
Yeah.
Cineworld.
Yeah.
You know they've got like
The little gaming area.
yeah, but sometimes it will have like I guess like a ticket activity game. Like,
Oh, no, the kind. Yeah.
Like there's a piano one that I got really good at.
Okay.
That was the last time I played something
Fair
remotely
enough.
coin operated.
Yeah.
But I mean, like
Sure it wasn't just a piano.
And somebody just handing you
a
tickets.
piano with a slot carved into it.
Sure you weren't just playing at one of those pianos at the station while someone handed you a noise abatement notice.
Oh man! Oh yeah, they are.
Fun.
There's also a giant piano.
What can I trade this in for? A prison term.
Have you seen that big piano in Blue Water?
Yes,
That's
on the wall. Yeah.
That's I've lost all
practical as
interest
fuck.
in that.
It is, and like you can't do scales on it. It's like you have to be a
But
good
you'd have
sprinter.
better-
Need you and 2 friends
I
to
was
a
going to
chord.
say
Yeah.
you'd have better luck than me.
Maybe.
But-
That's
I'd
true
have
in
to
general,
learn
I
how to
find.
sprint properly because
Yeah,
I run
Yeah.
funny.
yeah, so do I.
Described as my run is very distinctive, which is a nice way of saying it's completely fucking stupid.
Like a Phoebe.
Yeah. But also I've been told that if I'm walking around with a shopping trolley, I look like a velociraptor. Thanks for that, Jen.
Hey, so Blake, what arcade games you gaming?
God, it must have been years since
I thought you said garlic mustard.
Played one
and I was
last
like,
week.
oh,
Mustard.
that
Garlic
tastes
mustard.
nice.
What mustard you garlic?
That would taste pretty good.
About 3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah, with a bit of
probably
bread.
probably even longer than that
Gosh, it's
actually,
not
probably
realistic.
about 5 years ago, probably went to Margate and played.
You probably did, or did you?
I think I did, yeah. House of the Dead 4.
Okay.
Is it the shotgun one or the Uzi one?
That's the Uzi one.
I like
I'm
the
no
shotgun.
good
I like
at
the
it.
shotgun
Mine's
one.
better.
Trouble is, I went to one of the ones without. I guess that's House of the Dead 3, the shotgun one.
Yeah.
And I was. It
Garlic
was
mustard.
annoyingly the action on the shotgun was just loose enough that you could pump it really easily, but not loose enough that you could pump it one-handed like in the Punisher game, because that would have been awesome. Because I was going to dual wield.
I always
I
like
had
the
2
Terminator
quid.
2 spin for the Winchester repeating rifle.
I had 2 quid, so I figured
Yeah.
I could dual wield, but
I
no.
haven't played the Uzi House of the Dead, but I fired a real Uzi, so I kind of
Yeah, even
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
I killed a zombie once.
There is a pretty cool
Might have been a
Terminator
tramp.
game in the in that Hollywood Bowl. Have you played it?
Which one, sorry?
In Hollywood Bowl, there is a Terminator
Oh, the Salvation
shooting game. Yeah.
yeah. I used to
with,
play
like,
that
force
in.
feedback in
I
the
used to play
guns
that in
and stuff.
Brighton when there's an arcade
they
on
had
the
one
pier
there. Yeah.
that had the Terminator Salvation
Yeah.
machine.
And
And I was
they had one
spending
in
money I
Thorpe
didn't
Park
have,
as well.
admittedly, but that's why I'm back.
Hey, it was a good game, man.
Yeah, it was good.
Worth it.
Same reason.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, that's, to be honest, that's probably, if you exclude quiz machines, exclude 2p machines. I'm going to exclude the ticket machines because for me they're just kind of, most of the ones I've been playing are like Deal or No Deal and stuff, and it doesn't
Yeah.
really count.
Oh, this piano one I got. It was like a reflex
Yeah,
game.
he was Scott
Okay.
Joplin reborn.
I was.
Yeah.
I got the top score.
How do you play a piano version of the Reflex?
No, it was like a
Oh, no, that's Reflux.
basically. Oh, have you played? It's like there's an app version where like notes are streaming down the screen.
That's
You
like
have to
DDR.
press-
Sounds
you
like
have to
Guitar
press the
Hero.
right
Yeah,
button.
it's like DDR.
A little bit like Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
What's DDR?
Dance Revolution.
Yeah, kind
Video
of
game
that.
point for me, please.
Oh, there you go. Actually, maybe I've played DDR most recently because
Okay.
my sister's quite big on that, so we tend to play together.
Yeah, it was
when
like that,
we're
but
hanging
piano.
out, which is kind of cool. Yeah. We used to play Guitar Hero a lot together as
Yeah,
well. She's
I used to play
fucking
Guitar Hero.
ridiculous at it. It's like Invo
Yeah.
Malmsteen, really. Like just,
I used to be pretty good at Guitar Hero.
yeah,
but
she was
then
playing
I
like
took
by
an
the
arrow
end.
to the knee.
By the end, she had one song she couldn't 100% on expert, and
Was
that
it
was
Suck Me Freak Out?
Jesus.
Cowboys from Hell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Wow.
couldn't do Cowboys from Hell. But yeah, she managed to get 100% on most of the expert songs. I
refuse to believe she could do it on Psychobilly Freak Out.
Did you see?
Insane.
Did you see a guy got 100% on expert, no drop notes, whilst blindfolded on Through the Fire and the Flames?
Bloody hell!
Which I watched the whole thing and I was just like,
how?
If he doesn't play guitar, that's just.
And what I see with some of those people though are like, you do not have a life and just play that
this
one
man
game.
has
surely.
no life.
Yeah, listen to our fan base.
Yeah. Thanks, Blake.
I don't.
Well, our one person who listens happens to be the guy who's currently blindfolded.
Bad enough getting. Yeah, Jeremy, if you're listening, mate, don't ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What about those people that
Paul,
play like Dark Souls with the Guitar Hero controllers?
That's impressive.
That's cool. Or that someone rigged up
the
Donkey Kong
bongos.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Dark Souls on bongos.
Yeah. And completed it.
Yeah, you talk. Hit that and clap.
There's people who've done it without dying as well.
Like you complete Dark Souls without dying.
Well, with the bongos and stuff.
I played Bloodborne for 12 hours and I nearly died in real life.
But you didn't.
No, I get you gutters.
Yeah, well observed.
Yeah.
Unless I'm, madder than I thought.
Yeah.
It's
quite possible.
Yeah, I mean, I can't write it off.
Yeah.
It would have been whatever I played last would have been a light gun game because when I go to arcades, that's what I tend to gravitate towards.
You don't get them on home systems anymore.
No, and also
they kind of had a little bit of a flourish with the Wii, but
a little bit.
they're gone
Has anyone?
again.
No one's been on PSVR, have they?
I have.
Did you play Until Dawn: Rush of Blood?
No.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It
a roller
recreates
coaster
that
ride, though,
light
isn't it?
gun thing, but it's much more
It was an on-rail
responsive.
shooter.
It is,
Okay.
But it's so good.
It just seemed like an odd concept for an Until Dawn sequel to do an on-rail shooter.
They've done another VR game for the same developers now.
Yeah.
The Impatient, I think it's called.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think my friend Lucy has, Scott's girlfriend,
right.
Because he's got the VR. She's played Impatient, and is it Impatient or The Inpatient?
Wasn't this thing fucking over already?
Well, apparently it only lasted
Sean Birdweek.
Yeah.
Apparently it only lasted 2.5 hours. But the Until Dawn game.
Oh god, Event Horizon VR.
That would be
So
great.
if you're taking the helmet off somehow.
Dead Space Extraction re-released on PSVR would be amazing.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But yeah, so the concept of the Until Dawn game is literally you're in, is it Rami Malek? That actor's character, you're inside his brain as he's having a psychotic breakdown.
Oh, okay.
So that's so you kind of see like the Wendigos and the enemies are basically just like he's just having a breakdown.
Okay.
Peter Stormare in it?
I haven't played every single level, but
I feel like he'd be there.
It'd be as an enemy,
in the
it'd
mix
be pretty
somewhere.
cool. Yeah, but definitely the Wendigos in it, and there's like some kind of like grub creature that's like stories tall and.
Wow.
I was going
It's
to
just
do, if
really
they do
fun.
an Until Dawn sequel, I want them to just do something completely unrelated to the first
Yeah.
one, but have Peter Stormare be the narrator.
Oh, I was going to say, because they
That
did
would be
do
the
that. It's
only
called
link
Hidden
would
Agenda. I bought it for you for your birthday.
Yeah, it's on the. I've told you I'm trying to get time to play
I've heard
it.
that one doesn't really work as well.
It works. It's short. That's the only thing. Is it's because
It's supposed to be played in an evening, isn't it?
yeah, basically it's a movie
With
length.
other people.
Yeah, it's a movie
Two
length
and a half, 3 hour
experience.
game.
Yeah,
Oh, is it only that?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like
It's like a film.
but it's got a lot of
RPG, like
it's got
a
a lot
board
of
game in
different
an evening.
different endings, so you can play it multiple times in the same way as Until Dawn. But it's short, but it's much cheaper to buy than a standard game. So it's like I think the retail was 15-20 quid or something along
That
those
sounds
lines.
right.
Yeah.
I might pick it up.
It's well worth doing.
When
You can
I
get it super
actually
cheap
have
now.
money.
Yeah, so like I think I've seen it for 6-7 quid
Yeah.
new
Bloody
from places.
hell.
Yeah, it's dropped quite a bit.
Was it physical release?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
I'm thinking Terminator, possibly Time Crisis for
Time Crisis
work
is
because
great.
I played a fair bit of that too. I don't know. Yeah, Terminator or Time Crisis 4 would probably be my most likely answers because the games I played at the arcade most
I'm
recently.
trying to think what Terminator
It's
Light
a
game was.
Salvation.
I haven't seen that one.
It's,
No, it's
you'd
good.
like it. It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, better than the film.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Salvation's not a bad Terminator movie.
it could be worse.
Really isn't.
It's in the top 3, let's be honest.
Yeah, let's be fair.
Yeah.
Right, so there you go, Paul. So that hopefully that answers your question. And then finally, we have one question which we came across in the Crazy Train, which is video games we could turn into musicals.
Okay.
This could go for some time.
This could.
Yeah. Although it is 5 to midnight at the time of recording, so
Insert coin to play me.
Can
Machine, the musical.
we have a video game version of
hey,
Showgirls, but then make a musical of it?
This is my life now.
A video game version of Showgirls that then you make a musical of.
Sure, I mean, it's...
Get Good, the musical.
I feel like if Telltale run out of properties, that might be one they'd consider.
What about... You ever play Another World?
Yeah.
About that?
Another World of a musical.
Yeah.
Bulletstorm.
Does it include that bit where I get bored halfway through and play Flashback instead?
Oh, good choice.
What was Flashback?
Similar. I think it's a similar
Semi-sequel
developer.
to-
Oh, was it
same
released
developer,
a year
wasn't
later?
it? Yeah,
I
possibly.
think, is it Andy who does the Echo Nation podcast?
Right.
Shout out.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey,
They're
Andy.
called the Green Nation now.
they are the Green Door.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that's taken.
No, that's the van.
No, that's Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Where's
yeah,
my daughter?
he posted that he played Another World.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh, have you played the spiritual successor,
Flashback.
Heart of Darkness?
Oh, okay.
Which is an amazing game. Like,
The PS1 one.
yeah, I absolutely love that game. But he was like, yes, I have, which I was actually very surprised about because it's a very sort of like, I wouldn't say niche game, but
Yeah, I've not played it. I'm aware of it.
You don't encounter a lot of people who've played it thoroughly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had that with Shadow of Memories. Not many people I know have played that.
Yeah, I've not heard of that.
No,
Like,
it's good though. Worth
I
playing.
like a musical of track and field where the only sound is constant drum rolls.
Yeah.
Can't remember what
That wasn't
about
important.
Andy. Anyway, he
Flashback.
recommended Flashback.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
good.
it.
Very good.
Mm.
Yeah.
How about Chivalry Medieval Warfare? The musical?
Okay.
Oh, I keep eyeing that up. It looks kind of fun.
I think now that Kingdom Come is out, I would choose Kingdom Come over
Okay.
because Chivalry is mainly multiplayer.
Okay,
In fact,
cool.
I think it's only multiplayer.
I thought it was.
Yeah, so Kingdom Come is probably the one you'd enjoy more.
And Billy No Mates. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I hate playing multiplayer games, so
Really?
yeah.
You love Battlefront.
I played it straight for about
A year.
a month,
All right.
and then I kind of get bored. I was more excited about the story, I must admit. And then
I've only been playing the story.
it's just kind of, I felt let down by the story, but mainly I think maybe because I hyped it up to be bigger than what it eventually was.
A lot.
Yeah, which is good. You're probably going to enjoy it a lot more then.
Mm.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky, the musical, but
Okay.
a Fourth War one that references its troubled production history.
This is the part where he put this in. This is the lie that he told. It's a sin.
Yeah. Peter Molyneux, the musical.
Oh, my
Speaking
God.
of which.
Yeah, that would just be.
Oh, yeah,
Real
just-
human love.
It don't matter if you're black or white.
Yep.
I mean,
game,
black
that.
and white.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fun,
that works,
fun
yeah.
game that.
Yeah.
Ah,
Full long mouse pad.
Slapping the fuck out of a tiger. Buying
Poor
special
bloody
extended
tiger.
mouse mats so you can have a run up.
I got really confused when my hand started turning evil and in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've always said
It's
that.
your mouse action needs work is what I've decided.
I used to like picking small people up and frying them
Yeah.
in the game.
That's in the game, yeah. Very important qualifier there. Yeah. What other ones are there?
Switch 2K14, the musical.
It's 2K18.
Yeah.
So it's a 4.5 hour musical to get one song out.
What about NBA Jam?
We'll
Lord.
get Alan Parsons involved. He'll be up for it.
Yeah, why not?
NBA Jam. They actually have a jam.
Boom shakalaka. You can play as the Clintons for some reason. True
Beaker
story.
Street, the musical.
Yeah, right. That would actually, do you know, that could probably work.
Yeah.
You make it about a poor, impoverished Brazilian boy who dreams of escaping Brazil by
Pele,
becoming
yeah.
a
They do
footballer. Yeah.
ballet instead of football, and it's like
No, you could do it with football, I think.
yeah, you could do like a fusion of ballet and football.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that
It
works.
just sounds like your average British.
Billy Elliot.
Yeah, get
Oh,
Julie
yeah.
Walters involved. That's a BAFTA.
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the obvious one is Super Mario the musical.
Yeah.
That could
Dennis
actually
Hopper's
work.
dead. I think that ship sailed.
Was that?
Dennis Hopper's dead. I think that ship sailed.
Yeah.
I
No, that's
forgot he
Super
died.
Mario Brothers, the musical.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Talking about Super
I
Mario
like that
Brothers, the
film.
musical.
It's
Yeah.
shit.
It's awful.
I like it.
Okay.
For those
Okay.
reasons.
All right.
Yeah.
Just really. Dennis Hopper was good in it.
I can't even say it was the best movie I bought cheap at a boot fair because I bought The Matrix too.
What, The Matrix 2? Ugh.
No, it was in
Oh, right.
also, I should say. The Darkness, the musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What band could you get to do the soundtrack?
Disturbed.
Yeah. Just for asking that question, yeah. Dark Souls, the musical. Yeah, but basically somebody just comes out and basically just shut the doors.
to
They shut the doors and starve the room of oxygen.
I would love
Prepare
it if,
to
as I said,
die.
they start playing the music and then the music just stops abruptly because they died.
You never get through a track.
Yeah. All the tracks just end abruptly.
Let's do a fusion. The Elder Scrolls 6, the musical. So it's not actually a musical, it's the game, but the continent is called the musical. And everybody there sings and dances.
La la la.
To be fair, I've
la,
seen
la,
weird,
la.
I've seen weirder fucking glitches in Skyrim.
Sunset Riders, a musical.
Yeah, that would work.
There's not enough Western music.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's just Paint Your Wagon. That's it.
Paint Your Wagon, pretty much, and Rawhide, maybe. That's a TV show, wasn't it?
TV show, not really a musical. Just had a theme song.
Yeah. What about
Street Fighter, the
If
musical.
we're saying every movie that has a theme song as a musical, that's really blowing the genre wide open.
Well, that's subjective, man. What
Then I'm
about
gonna punch you again.
what about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the game, the musical?
Which game?
The
There's
coin-op
one with Street Fighter, the
That was the
musical.
time, obviously.
Street Fighter the musical would work.
Yeah.
This one is the best one.
Don't go down for some dancing.
Oh, the old. Yeah, I remember having that on the Amiga.
It's fucking hard.
Yeah, I vaguely remember beating it though.
Right.
All right, show off.
Down, forward, high kick.
How about Castlevania, the musical?
A B A C A B B.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2, the musical.
Okay. All right, I would watch that.
I mean, it's a legal nightmare, but sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I want to see
Kevin.
Onslaught on stage.
I'll get on to Kevin and we'll sort something out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Good luck getting the funding.
Yeah, because Kevin Nash is currently holding all the rights.
Weird loophole.
Yeah.
You played Super Shredder once, and somehow
What about?
he's a
I'm not even sure how that works.
He was in The Punisher. He's
Yeah.
a very
True,
he was
yeah.
a Super Shredder.
He's
so
a Marvel
there's-
villain, that's true.
Yeah. And he's also in Rock of Ages, which is a musical featuring Pour Some Sugar on Me.
And Magic Mike.
Yes.
Yeah.
Deus Ex, the musical.
I didn't ask for this, but I've got robot eyes.
Jesse Denton is here.
Check out his elbows.
Brutal Legend musical.
Yeah,
Kind of. Yeah, it kind of is though.
Yeah, but it's still
Yeah.
on stage, job
Yeah.
done, get Jet Black.
That works.
Work Saxman in and we're golden.
Yeah, nice. That would work out well. Be a good
Indiana
crossover for the Crazy Train
Jones
as well.
and
Yeah,
the
nothing
Fate
else.
of
Yeah.
Atlantis, the musical.
Okay.
With Dee Antford doing the music.
They're just doing all the music.
Monkey Island.
Monkey Island could work.
You could do the insult game as a song.
Yeah. You fight like a dairy farmer.
How appropriate you fight like a cow.
Fight Night 3, the musical.
See, a boxing musical might work though.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
I'm kind of looking now for ones that wouldn't make fucking sense in the slightest, even on paper.
My favourite bit of Fight Night Round
Tetris
3
musical.
was getting up after you've been knocked down because he used to. I think you used like the.
If only there's a song about that.
Yeah.
Like shake
You
the stick,
analysed it, yeah, you had to shake it, but if you did it too much, you went down the other way. So you sort of just fell sideways. And I just thought the mental image of the referee going,
What's he doing?
fuck.
Somebody
So call him
straighten
a spirit level.
6?
Yeah, you sort of had to
No.
balance it. So
Do I
you
start
stand up
counting
and-
from 1 again?
How about
Is that a kick out?
Yeah, do I do this as a TK?
Theme Park the musical.
yeah, I could
I
see
put
that.
God,
extra
bloody
salty. That's Theme Hospital, you pillock.
Oh.
I'll give you a clue. One's about illnesses and one's theme park.
Oh, yeah.
I put salt in
theme
my
park-
chips,
Theme
so
park
you'll
would be hard
buy
to
a
do on
drink.
stage.
Theme park on
It
stage.
would be hard.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, it could be done if you
Oh, you
if you
could
don't
get-
mind giving you
If you get Cat to make
giving your grip
the
a pulmonary
costumes,
embolism.
Simpsons Tapped Out the musical would be the first musical with loot boxes.
Oh god, can you imagine? Can you imagine the Reddit?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I don't need to. It's
But
burned into
Witcher
my
don't
eyes.
care.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one that really would
Witcher the
make
musical.
sense.
There you go. Fallout.
Yeah.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I've got missed the point.
I just was. Mario
It
Kart,
just goes,
I will eat your bones.
Dr. Mario, the musical.
Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
What's this one?
That's
an actual game.
It's like
I was
a
a Sega
it's
kid.
like
I
a
played
puzzle.
very
It's like a
little
puzzle
Nintendo
game.
games.
It's not
It's
like
like Tetris, isn't it? But
It's
you-
like a
Kind
surgeon
of.
simulator, only you're
no. It's more like
off your tits Italian
more like
plumber.
columns, like
Okay.
like
so
one of
like
those
you
types of puzzle
ballot-
games.
So each pill has got two colours.
Yeah, and you have to sort of
like match the colours to erase them.
Oh, so it sounds a bit like Mean Bean Machine.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But like
Cool.
it's slightly different, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Okay.
kind of similar premise.
Columns type
Yeah,
puzzle
yeah.
game. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, like a Bejeweled, you know, Bejeweled the musical. No.
I think we're just saying
What was that
Sort of
weird?
saying
48 the musical.
What was that weird game that came out on? It was like pre-installed on every Xbox 360. It was an arcade
Hexic.
game. Hexic,
that's
the
good.
musical.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah. Good game,
Alex
that, though.
Kidd, the musical.
I remember when I bought my Xbox 360, I bought it with 3 games.
And Hexic.
And Hexa came with it. Yeah.
Effects.
No,
I still remember the sound effects from Hexa. It was like that weird.
yes, yeah.
Like where you switch the colour.
Where you match things and
like
erase them, it would like
Wilson.
replace them, and it would do that. And it would just kind of drop them in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
was a good game.
my console came with Gears of War, Dead Rising, Project Gotham 3 with a controller because they had a package, and Hexa HD was pre-installed. What are you smirking at?
Vision Dead Rising musical. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I was
Katie needs some Zombrex.
I was thinking of Gears of War. The
Oh,
musical.
Oh, she bit my face.
I was thinking of Gears of War the musical.
Riding a trike with a cone on my head.
All around me, I see familiar faces.
Fuck. Fight through the pain. Gears of War,
You got chainsaws on. I thought.
Gears of War, the board game, the musical.
Tried to find my dead wife.
Draw a card for. Draw a
Spoilers.
card for spawns.
Press RB
So-
to active reload.
Blake, what game's you gaming?
Thought of any more?
I'm tired.
That's
We're
fine.
all tired,
That's
which is
fine.
why this is funny.
To us. It may be the biggest clusterfuck in the history of Gamecast to the listeners, but you
To be
know,
honest, it's kind of feeling like that, but
Yeah, well, you know.
you know, I'll be positive.
I can
think
probably
on
make a
this
decent
bombshell.
40 minutes out of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think on this bombshell.
Been going for 3.5
That's fine.
hours.
Yeah.
That was the best 40 minutes we
Blake
cobbled
needs
together.
his baby sleep.
Yeah, that's fine. I think on that
Blake
note,
the
we'll
musical.
yeah, Blake the musical. Blake the Last Creationist the
We've
musical.
basically just done that Little Britain episode where the guy goes in and goes, I want to be a kissogram. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And then he describes all the other kissogram things that he wants to be.
Okay,
Just done that for the last 20 minutes.
fair enough.
Yeah, well,
All right, well, you know,
check out on iTunes.
yeah, indeed. So if you've enjoyed the show, it does get better on other episodes, I promise. We're not always this tired because we haven't usually started this late, but it's fine. So if you've enjoyed the show and you haven't already done so, you can subscribe to us on some of the various podcasting services available. For example, we are available on Apple Podcast, YouTube, Podbean, Podchaser, Spotify, Libsyn, Podchaser, Podcast Addict, Podcast Republic.
I mean, if I listen to this episode, surely they've already know that.
They may have found it on YouTube and they prefer another site.
Oh, I
you know
guess
what I mean?
that's
Like,
true.
so
Yeah.
kind of, I'm trying to allow for like crossover
Gotcha.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know why that hadn't occurred to me before, to be honest with you.
Can I
Well,
ask
it's
you a
like-
question?
yeah, by all means.
Are we available on...
If by you mean
Spotify.
Spotify, then yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. And
See,
you can
your
also
questions
find
gets answered on here.
yeah, you can also find our sister podcast, The Crazy Train, all part of emotionally14.com, which I think I forgot to mention
You
in the
just
last
tried to
episode.
gender the podcast.
I was going to say, are you coding
What?
the podcast
You just
as
gender the
feminine?
podcast.
Oh.
It's 2018. I'm allowed to do what I want.
Yeah.
It's my show.
Non-binary.
Trans podcast phobe.
Whatever.
Shitlord.
No, Sith Lord.
I think he's run out of jokes. He's just insulting.
That's always what it's a good
I've
fallback
been doing
for
this
us.
since 1993.
1986, surely.
No, it was fun to begin with,
There was a time when he liked you.
before the dark times.
What the fuck was that?
Anyway, so it's all part of emotionally14.com. You can email us if you want to send questions for the questions. If you want to send questions for the podcast, you can send them over to podcast@emotionally14.com. You can also tweet us at emotionally14 and visit us on our Facebook page, which is just called Emotionally14, and our YouTube channel, which is called Emotionally14. Guys, where can people find you on social media between shows?
You can find me on Instagram at Harmer the Appreciator, on Facebook, wherever you can find me.
Yep.
And you can also find me on Twitter at Fuck's Sake Blake.
Nice.
You've
Brad?
also got a Pornhub
you-
account, haven't you?
Pornhub, yeah. He's on
Probably,
grind. He's on grind.
yeah.
I think he's
Pour
on
some
grind.
sugar on me or
He's on.
something?
He's on
pour some
grind.
sugar on Blake.
He's also on Grinder at Fuck Blake.
Yeah, I'll just take the sake out.
Yeah. Brad.
You can search for Brad Harmer Barnes on Facebook. You can go to Twitter and Instagram is at RealBradHB. I'm also on Vero, but I see no real point. Blake, what games are you gaming?
By the time this podcast comes out, Vera might have taken off. We don't know.
We never know.
No.
You're on there though.
There's an SJW backlash at the moment against it.
Is there now?
Yes.
What did it do?
Is it because it's a thing?
That's because the CEO made some interesting political decisions. I didn't read too closly into it.
Oh, okay. When you say interesting, do you mean genuinely interesting, as in nuanced?
As in controversial.
Oh, okay. I have to read up on it. I'm curious now.
I can't remember the details. It's very late. So
fair enough.
I don't want to libel myself.
No, that's fine.
Don't mix business and politics.
Joe, where can people find you on social media should they wish to get more of this verbosity?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at It's Joe Crouch, Instagram at Sour Crouch, but you never know.
Well,
could be. And on Facebook with my name.
Right.
There's only one.
Where can I find you, Rob?
They can find me on Twitter and Instagram. Sorry, I just managed to swallow those words.
Instagram.
Verbosity, you say?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm too fast. This is the trouble. I'm like the flash of words.
Don't play at 1.3.
No, this is it. I'm 1.3 speed all the time. So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rob Wade Vision, and I'm also part of Talk Star Wars, which is available at talkstarwars.co.uk and at Talk Star Wars on Twitter. I do all the podcasty things, so say hello if you're a podcasty thing or a person associated with a podcasty thing. That's also a good way to say hello.
So very intermingly, isn't it?
Indeed. Yes.
We're all very tired all of a sudden, aren't we?
Yeah, it seems to have come 10 past midnight. Who would have thought?
It's like coming down off speed again.
Oh, God, I fed myself after 12.
Oh, Jesus. Thanks for listening to the E14 Gamecast. Oh, God, he's massive and furry.
Yeah. Roaring.
We all like the horde of Rory Crouches.
Anyway, thanks for listening to the E14
autobiography.
Thanks for listening to the E14 Gamecast. Bibbidi Bop Games.